Morning, Mansfielders, and happy Wednesday. Can you believe it? We have made it through our first week, and all of us here at Morgan Manor send a huge round of applause for you and pats on the back for getting through all of those problems that you faced and making it to another Wednesday. Awesome job. I was reminded how awesome you all were on Zoom yesterday. It was so fantastic to see you, and also watching that video of you guys practicing for Matilda for our house singing on our last day before the kind of finale was so uplifting, and I hope that you guys have had the chance to log on and have a little look at that too. Sticking with our kind of conversation around Matilda and perseverance being our value this week under the umbrella of aiming high. I just want to have a little talk with you this morning about perseverance, because it's something that so many of you have shown so much of over the last week and will have to show again this week. We know that it means, doesn't it, digging deep. When questions get asked of you are you going to be able to do this? Are you going to keep going? Are you the kind of people that are going to say, yes, I'll have another crack at it. I can't do it yet. Adding that yet to the end of your sentences as much as possible. Perseverance means that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And we know that in Mansfield we are full of tough cookies. And I just want to start by giving a few shout outs to some people who already yesterday had to show a bit of perseverance in their day. So let's start off with a big shout out to Caitlin White. Caitlin had a bit of trouble logging onto our class Zoom and has been having a bit of trouble with Wi-Fi, like many have, and I just want to give a big shout out to her, because yesterday we persevered, we got chatting on the phone, we were sending messages on chat, and we got there and she understood the task that she needed to do, which was absolutely fantastic perseverance from her. Same perseverance in problem solving has to be given, and a big shout out to both Miss McGrath and Lydia Palmer, who have been trying to connect. Sometimes that connection seems to break down and they're having a bit of trouble getting in touch over Zoom, but they're emailing and they're trying their absolute best, and that's all we can ask of them. So big shout out to Caitlin, Lydia, and of course Miss McGrath. I've been inspired, and I hope that you're inspired too, by a video that I've shared with you below of somebody called Derek Redmond. It's quite a famous video of Derek Redmond. He was a 400-meter runner, and at the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, he was in a semi-final. He had the British record. He was one of the favourites to go through to the final and do really, really well. But he'd had problems with injuries over his career. And during that 400-meter semi-final, you'll see in the video that he pulls up because he's hurt his hamstring. That is the pinnacle of his running career, the moment where he is trying his absolute best. And so you can imagine for somebody in his situation how devastating it must be to be injured. But Derek gets up and he hobbles to the finish line. And not only that, his dad hurdles over the boundary and becomes a kind of human crutch to help him to the finish line. And Derek's dad says at the end to the camera, "We started his career together and we'll finish it together." And so, inspired by that video, I'm hoping that this week that you could be one of two people. You could be a bit of a Derek, or you could be Derek's dad. And what that means is you could be somebody who, when the going gets tough, you get tough and get going, and you face a problem and you get to grips with it, and you try and get some work in or correspond with somebody when you're having a bit of a breakdown moment. Or you could be like Derek's dad to somebody else and try and help somebody else persevere. So maybe it's mum or dad are having a problem with home and you lighten their load by taking that problem off their hands. Or maybe it's a sibling and you help them persevere by putting them first. There are loads of ways that you can be a bit of a crutch or somebody important to somebody else to help them achieve their goals and help them persevere. So those are a couple of things that you can do this week. And there's also a little word search that I've posted below, which has got some keywords and ideas about persevering. If you want to print it off and have a go or do it online, that is completely up to you. I have heard that it is a world record to balance 7 golf balls on top of each other. Now that sounds absolutely ridiculous to me. I've been trying and I've struggled with 2, but how I'm going to persevere this week is by just trying to balance a couple of golf balls on each other. Maybe I'll get 2. who knows, maybe I could even get 3. Check in 24 hours with me and we'll see how far I've got. It's going to take a lot of perseverance for me to even get 2, I reckon. So wish me luck, and I will see you online tomorrow morning. Bye for now.